Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today, we're taking a closer look at some IPL playoff predictions.
Yeah, I got a source here laying out how things might unfold.
Exactly. And our job really is to unpack the thinking behind it.
Yeah.
Why these teams, why these outcomes, what's the logic?
Right. It's trying to understand the why, not just the who, what data points, what assumptions are driving this forecast.
Okay, let's jump right in. Qualifier 1. The prediction has Gujarat Titans beating Royal Challengers Bangalore.
Mm-hmm.
And the reasons given are GT's net run rate and playing at home. So, okay, home advantage, we get that. But the NRR,
Yeah.
how significant is that, really, come playoff time?
Well, it's interesting, isn't it? A strong NRR often suggests, dominance in wins,
Yeah.
not just scraping by.
Right, winning convincingly.
Yeah, exactly. And that might give them a bit of a psychological buffer, perhaps, knowing they can dominate. Plus, home advantage. It's not just the noise.
The pitch, the conditions.
Absolutely. Familiarity breeds confidence, especially when the pressure is, sky high.
Makes sense. Okay, moving to the eliminator. Mumbai Indians are tipped to beat Punjab Kings.
And the key factor cited here is MI's knockout experience.
We hear this a lot, don't we? That big match temperament. But what does that actually translate to on the field? How does it look different?
Well, I think it's about composure, mostly. Teams with that experience, they've navigated these high-stakes games before.
So less likely to panic.
Yeah, less likely to be rattled if, say, the opposition gets off to a flyer or they lose a couple of quick wickets. They understand the ebb and flow.
They know how to manage those crunch moments, those crucial overs.
Exactly. It's muscle memory, almost, for handling playoff pressure.
Gotcha. Okay, then we have qualifier 2. The prediction is MI beating RCB this time.
Mm-hmm.
And the reason, MI's star power just being too much. Now, cricket's a team game, obviously. How much can, one or two brilliant players really swing a knockout match?
Well, quite a bit, potentially. In these really tight games, you often need someone to produce something, extraordinary.
Like a match-winning 100 or a crazy spell of bowling.
Precisely. Those individual game changers. The prediction seems to bank on MI having more of those players capable of delivering that kind of performance under intense scrutiny.
Okay, and that leads us to the prediction. MI beating GT to win their 6th title.
That's the call.
Yeah.
And interestingly, the source notes this lines up with the general X sentiment, presumably what fans are feeling or saying online.
Right, and also the Dafabet odds, the betting market, so it feels like a few things are pointing the same way.
Yeah, it looks like a blend. MI might be hitting form at the right time, which gets the fans excited, influences the odds.
And then you add their history, their pedigree in finals.
Exactly. That track record creates this sort of expectation, both inside and outside the team. It's a mix of current momentum and that historical weight.
Okay, so let's quickly recap the predicted journey. It's GT over RCB first,
Mm-hmm.
then MI getting past PBKS in the eliminator,
Yep.
then MI beating RCB in qualifier 2, and finally, MI overcoming GT to lift the trophy. Driven by GT's NRR and home comfort initially, but then MI's experience and star power taking over.
That's the narrative, yeah. It connects the stats, the sort of intangible experience factor, and even that wider fan buzz.
It really shows how these predictions aren't just about the league standings, is it? There's more layers.
Definitely. Psychology, form, history, it all plays a part.
So it's something for you listening to think about. We've talked stats, sentiment, experience. But what about the unpredictable? That one moment of brilliance, or maybe a crucial mistake that nobody sees coming.
Oh, absolutely. A dropped catch, a stunning run out, a tactical gamble that pays off.
Yeah, those moments that just rip up the script.
Yeah.
How might those play out and potentially give us a completely different champion than the one predicted here?
Yeah.
That's often where the real playoff magic happens.
Good point. Always room for a surprise.
Indeed. Thanks for diving deep with us today.